Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Cultured Club, your perfectly curated corner of the internet. My name is Lauren, and I'm your host. Thank you so much for joining me again this week. I hope you've had a good week. It's been kind of an entertaining week, kind of a slow week for news, but also kind of a fun week for lifestyle and drama and some books happening. I've had a bit of an interesting week myself, and I don't even know how to process some of it. It's been really exciting, and also I'm so tired. I know that there's like nobody watching this podcast, so I might as well just talk to you guys about it. I'm pretty much just talking to myself on camera, but hopefully someone eventually listens to this. This week has been really interesting. And if anyone is listening out there, which I hope you are, I know that this isn't the biggest podcast on the internet, but if you don't know, I'm currently a working actress in Hollywood, in the middle of Hollywood, suffering probably the worst dry period of its life. It is slowly dying. And it's so frustrating to be on one side and completely see solutions and see answers and possibilities available, but have nothing be done. But then also see, I'm on the actor side, right? But I also see the crew side of things. My mother has been in the industry working on the crew side of things for over 30 years now. I have plenty of friends and family that are on that side as well. And it's been tough to see that side because jobs are drying up and it's really hard to find any work in this industry. And I think I got back into acting and back into my passion of being on camera and on stage at probably the worst time in Hollywood. I mean, there are jobs for actors, but it's not the same. Everything is different. Everything feels different. And I just worked on a project that I cannot talk about, that I'm really excited about, but I'm also really disappointed about. The experience working for this particular project, I was working in background, and it was a tough experience. Not to start this podcast off negatively, but I think I try to be as real with anyone who listens to this podcast or watches this YouTube channel as possible. I try and be honest and keep it real and share my experiences in the working world and just in the world in general with all of you. And I'm not gonna lie, this one was tough. It was a wonderful learning experience, and I met some absolutely incredible people that if you're watching, hey, you know who you are. But this one was hard because when you work with a crew that the budget is so tight and there's so many people in background, or there's so many pieces moving all at one time, it seems like there's always a group of individuals that are somewhat villainized on set for some weird reason. And they shouldn't be. And that's background. Background actors are really not loved in the way that they should be. And it disappoints me to no end walking onto a set and being immediately made to feel like I'm inconveniencing anyone on the crew for any reason whatsoever. Of just hey, could you give me a quick direction? Hi, your hair and makeup. Could I have some hair and makeup assistance? I know I'm not the star of the show, but could I have a moment of your time because you're actually doing background hair and makeup? Could I have just 1 second of attention for some clarification? Am I allowed to know where we're eating lunch? Like, am I allowed to know what's going on and where we're even going? And I'm just getting on random bus number 3 and I have to kind of go with the flow, or else I'm difficult. And I'm not complaining, but I'm frustrated. And it's really awful because as background, you bring your own wardrobe, you bring your own bags, jewelry, shoes, you bring all of your own stuff, water, snacks, you bring your own hair and makeup. You do basically everything because they don't want to do it for you. There's nothing in the budget for you. And we're all grateful to be there. We're so grateful to have the work. We're so excited that there is a project that's even happening in the LA area, right? That's even casting for this. And it's so exciting to be on a set, and it's why we do what we do, and we love it so much. And it's the best experience ever, being on a set, being on camera, doing the thing that you love, it's so much fun when you're there and when you're in it and you all feel like you're working toward a common goal. Sorry. But with this one, it felt very not that. And I'm not talking about just this one. You know, there are several projects. There are so many examples of crews and directors and ADs and main cast and even other background treating actors that they don't find as important or significant truly terribly. And I think that's something that really needs to be addressed in Hollywood. They're essential to a show, to a movie. Without background, there's no scene. There's no shopping mall for actors and actresses to walk up and down and feel like it's a busy Christmas Eve shopping extravaganza and they're trying to beat the rush. Like in Paul Blart, everyone in that mall is a background actor. I hate to use Paul Blart Mall Cop as like a movie, but I'm thinking of Christmas shopping in a mall. That is all background work. That's thousands of people. And without them, where is the movie? You know, you look at any TV show ever that's ever had a shoot in a football stadium. Every member of the audience on either side of the fan stands in that arena, basketball court, football field, wherever it is, those are all background actors. Without people sitting there cheering, your main characters have no one to play football for or play basketball for or play lacrosse for, whatever, you know, the situation calls for. Without the background and, you know, extra actors on set, there's no life. There's no movement. There's no energy. It's just dead and lifeless. And, you know, you need a busy restaurant. You need lots of people and movement. You need a full theater. You need a busy street. You need lots of things. I mean, I could go on and on and on and on and on and on about actors that are working in background being utilized in every project you have ever seen on film and television ever in the history of ever, forever. Like there's never been a project without them, but yet we're so villainized. And I don't mean to harp on it, but it's so interesting to me. And I want things to be better and I need things to be better. But what is it if you're being yelled at all day, if you're being herded around like cattle and you're bringing in all of your own stuff, and then the second you ask for someone to like spray some hairspray, all of a sudden you're the bad guy, or you ask for a cup of coffee because it's 2:00 in the morning and you've been there since 10 a.m. Suddenly you're an inconvenience. You're a bit of a problem. And it's, you know, you're denoted between union, non-union, how many times you've been there, who you know. It's just really, it's interesting. So it's just food for thought. And not to start off on a negative note, but I was just thinking about it because I've just been on set for a pretty big project, actually. And I'm excited. I can't feel any of my toes, literally cannot feel any of my toes. I was on set from actually 10 a.m. I got in bed at 4:15 in the morning. So it's the best kind of tired because I feel like I worked really hard and I did the best that I absolutely could and I met some incredible people. But I feel like there needs to be a little bit more of a voice given to background actors because without them, there would be no movies. There would be no TV shows. It would just be people sitting on camera talking. So I don't know, just some food for thought, not to harp on it or be negative or anything. It's just an interesting thing for me to see as someone currently in the industry. But anyway, we're going to talk about it later at you know, other times, because as soon as this project is out, you guys bet your behinds I am going to be talking about it. I will give the full tea. I will tell you all about it as soon as I possibly can. I am so excited to talk about this, but I actually can't. So as soon as I can, you guys will be the first ones to know. So we're going to start with something that I talked about in the last episode. If you watched the last episode, we celebrated the beginning of Summerween, which is the beginnings of my favorite holiday ever. I did not light the holiday candle, the Halloween candle, because I'm saving it. I'm saving it for October. I don't want to like burn it out in July. I love this candle. I don't want to burn it out though, because I need it to last through October. It's very important to me that it lasts through October. I've never been able to find another one. And there's no label on the bottom. There was just a tag from Home Goods. So I'm SOL and I need to save this, but I will light this bad boy up as soon as it gets a little bit closer to September. But The last episode, we celebrated Summerween, and we talked all things spooky season and decorations coming out early, not early enough. What were your thoughts? We talked about some of my favorite holiday books, like fall books and Halloween books, to get your like spooky season started off right. If any of you actually read some of those books or have started reading some of those books, I would really love to know. Please let me know. Let me know your thoughts down below. I would be so stoked. It's unbelievable. But most importantly, we started talking about the Black Dagger Brotherhood. It's a TV show created by Passionflix. And if you don't know, I'm a huge Passionflix fan. And oh my God, I had not watched the show the last time we spoke. And boy, oh boy, did I watch the show. Oh my God. If any of you would like to see a reaction to me watching the show, I did record myself watching the show. I do have recordings of me watching it. And I would love to know if you guys are interested in seeing that, because I think it was so funny. Me literally sitting there trying not to just like giggle the whole time, because I really loved it. I loved it. I'm new to the J.R. Ward universe. I'm new to the Black Dagger Brotherhood universe, and I really fell in love with these characters. I was so excited to see more. Like, I already want more. They already announced, I think I said it last week, but they already announced that they're starting pre-production for season 2, which is so exciting. I went to the library like 3 days ago, and sorry, that was a really weird sound. I went to the library about 3 days ago, and I was just perusing, because our library sells books for anywhere from 50 cents up to $1.50. They have this whole like great section. I've actually been able to find some of my DVDs in this stacker from the library. It's been so exciting. I found Fired Up. I literally walked in and I found Fired Up, the movie. I was so stoked. But then I turned the corner into the dark romance section, and there was a J.R. Ward book for 50 cents. And I was like, you're mine. You're coming home with me. It's not the first book in the series. I think it was Lover Avenged. I think that was the book that I purchased, but I bought it, and I have kept my eyes peeled for any more J.R. Ward books, and I will be keeping my eyes peeled. I also did a TikTok of a smash or pass for all of the characters in the Black Dagger Brotherhood on Passionflix. Just the characters, not the people themselves, just like the characters. And it got so much traction on TikTok. If you haven't seen it, please go to TikTok and take a look and tell me what your thoughts are. It's hilarious. I was like, I might as well just do this. I think it's so funny. It was totally off the cuff, just based on my reaction of watching the first few episodes. I hadn't even watched the whole season. And I saw all of the characters and I was like, oh, I have to do this. And then I was scrolling on TikTok and I heard the Markiplier sound of Smash or Pass. It's a pretty famous sound of his. And I was like, this is it. This is my opportunity. This is my moment. And I did it. And I got so many comments. People are mad at me because I passed on Butch, which, if you don't know, Butch is one of the main characters who's not a vampire in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. They are all upset that I didn't smash him. I passed on him, which smash is okay, yes, smash. And then pass is okay, no. And I was like, pass, oddly enough. And it's only because I didn't love his character in the TV show. Not that I don't think he's hot, not that I don't love the act, not that I'm not interested in seeing him more in the show or like his relationship, particularly with V in the show, who is a member of the Black Dagger Brotherhood, or Vicious. I really like their kind of banter and their relationship. I like seeing him be integrated into the Black Dagger Brotherhood through Vicious. It's really great. The way that they did that is so great. But people gave me a lot of feedback for me passing on Butch, and I was genuinely shocked. I was like, okay, here we go. Kind of hilarious if you ask me, but I'm gonna keep going with it. But then you get to Wrath. Oh my God. Oh my God. This character was so good. I'm immediately in love. I will be reading Dark Lover. I will also be reading the rest of the series. I definitely want to read all of the books for all the characters in the Black Dagger Brotherhood that were shown on camera. I know that there were so many more. There's over 20 books in the series. So it'll be really fun for me. And I could not have had a better time. I could not have had a better time. It was so spooky, so Halloween, so dark vampire romance, sexy. Oh shit. Oh my God. The way they ended episode 1. I can't, like, excuse. It was so hot. Oh my God. They did this so well. And this man's body. Oh, holy guacamole, Batman. Yo. He doesn't wear a shirt for like the majority of the show. And I kept hearing two things in my head. I kept hearing Robert Pattinson in my head going, doesn't he own a shirt? When he's in Twilight, when he's talking to Jacob and he's like, doesn't he own a shirt? Because he's shirtless in that. But I was like, no, baby, he doesn't need one. This man is gorgeous. And then I just kept hearing, ah, like every time this man took off the sunglasses and was just shirtless. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Passionflix. And then they had all of the brothers shirtless in episode 4 or 5. They're all shirtless at the same time. They're all shirtless in one way or another at some point in the show, but all of them together, it's unreal eye candy. It's so insane. You're just sitting there going, oh my God, what's happening? Because they're so hot. Jesus. It's like panty melting gorgeousness. It's insane how hot these men are. Wow. Vicious and Wrath are my two favorite. I love Rage. I think he's so funny, but there is something about the contacts that they put in for Vicious and Wrath that I just could not stop looking at. It's particularly the actor who plays Vicious. His eyes are incredible with these contacts, and he has like face tattoos here, not like Mike Tyson face tattoos, okay? They're like little runes, and I don't understand what they mean yet. I haven't gotten to his book, but oh my God, he is so beautiful to look at. And then you have Wrath with these like piercing green eyes and his long black hair and this chiseled jaw with cheekbones that are like here all the way up his face, and they could cut glass. I mean, it was just unreal. I loved it. It was such a good time. I had the best time watching the show. I can't wait for season 2. You should totally watch it. If you want to see my reactions, please let me know. I will happily post them to the internet. I just haven't yet because I don't know if there's a want or a need for them. But if there is, let me know because I have them. Boy, oh boy. But that's not the only exciting thing that has happened in the book world this week. We have officially gotten casting news for the Allie Hazelwood famed book, The Love Hypothesis. This book reached, literally TikTok stardom, the TikTok sensation. This book practically broke the internet when it was published. I love this book. It is so cute. It's such an easy read. It is so nerdy in the best way possible because Olive just does not understand how much Adam is in love with her. The entire book. It's perfect. This book is so fun. This is one of the easiest, best reads ever. I loved this book. It was so cute. The way this man loves her. Oh my God. But we got casting news because Lili Reinhart is playing Olive Smith. And I'm actually so excited for this casting. I think she's perfect for this. She has that like nerdy kind of socially awkward hilarity down to a T of just like, I know that I'm smart and I know that I'm attracted to you, but I'm so socially awkward I can't even stand myself, so I don't know what to do. I think she could nail that. I think it would be chef's kiss coming from her. She posted a picture of herself in the brown wig, in the lab coat with the book. I can't even. It's so exciting. And on top of it, she's also an executive producer on this movie, which is incredible. So we're getting hopefully authenticity to the book. So fans, including myself, can really get a sense of the book and our favorite scenes coming to life, really seeing everything that we read on the page be put on screen. And I'm so excited for this. On top of it, we got probably the most exciting piece of casting news, aside from Lili Reinhart, but I think the hilarity in this makes it so funny. We got Tom Bateman cast as Adam Carlson, which, if you don't know or you are unfamiliar with the origins of this book, with the creation of this book, the genesis of it, if you will. This book started as Kylo Ren / Rey fan fiction, as in Star Wars Rey and Kylo Ren. Adam was supposed to be Kylo Ren and Olive was supposed to be Rey, obviously. And it was supposed to be a fan fiction of the two of them, right? Tom Bateman is married to Daisy Ridley, who plays Rey, who was the origin character, like the inspiration character for this book being written in the first place. It's so brilliant. I couldn't even have written that if I tried. I feel like that should be an episode of a TV show. Someone should be writing this somewhere. I kind of can't even. It's so hilarious that that's how it all worked out. I think he's a great casting. I think he's perfect. His just connection to the book via Daisy Ridley and her connection with Star Wars being Rey and the inspiration for this book being written at all in the first place is so phenomenal. It's so excellent. I'm screaming into the multiverse. Like, you couldn't even make this up if you tried. It's so good. It's so good. This is so funny. I am really excited. And with everything that Ali Hazelwood has been put through on Book Talk recently, specifically on Threads, we really needed some good news in the Ali Hazelwood world. Like, she really deserves some amazing press. She deserves amazing feedback and to be uplifted and supported and good things to happen for her. And she deserves to have the best movie made for her book. Like, this should be incredible. And I really hope it turns out that way. So my fingers are crossed for her. I'm really excited about it. They just started shooting in Montreal. It's directed by Claire Scanlon, and it will be coming out hopefully 2026. So let's fingers crossed that it stays on schedule, that maybe we get a teaser or two in the next 6 months or so, or maybe some behind the scenes photos of set and what things are looking like. It's gonna be interesting. I'm really excited about this one. Oh my God, it's gonna be so good. I love the Love Hypothesis. I love Ali Hazelwood. I love Lili Reinhart. I think that this is gonna be so much fun. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Plus Lili Reinhart has one of those abilities to be not only a blonde but also a brunette. Like, that is a true talent. Not all blondes can be brunettes, and definitely not all brunettes can be blondes, but Lili Reinhart can be blonde and brunette, and she looks stunning both ways, and I'm so jealous. I'm not even gonna lie, she looks so cute with that little brown wig on, that little brown bun. I love it. I think it's so cute, and I can't wait. I think it's gonna be so good. Okay, so we're actually going to move on a little bit. We are going to talk about Formula One today. Now, if you were unaware, I am a fan of Formula One. My sister put me onto it. She is a massive Formula One fan. You have any questions, hit her up, okay? My sister could tell you something about Formula One, and it is the best experience of my life having conversations with my sister regarding Formula One history and memes and conspiracy theories and just random shit happening within the Formula One universe, because it's crazy. Formula One is more dramatic than a single episode of Gossip Girl in its entirety. I mean, could out drama every episode of a Real Housewives season. It's hilarious how drama filled these men are. It's so good. They are dramatic, but they're brilliant. They are so talented. They are so literally driven to win. And they are, damn the consequences of getting hurt behind the wheel or anything else happening. They are wired differently. And it's so exhilarating to watch. And it's so funny to see. And some of these men are just living memes, like Daniel Ricciardo or Charles Leclerc, who's my sister's favorite driver, Charles Leclerc. But his name is Charles Leclerc. If you listen to any interviewer say his name, it's absolutely hilarious. Like you have even like Max Verstappen, incredibly dramatic, but so funny to watch, but yet one of the best drivers ever. And then you also just had the release of F1, and that included cameos of pretty much every driver on the grid and of the 2024 grid, not the 2025 grid. So things are really exciting, and there is a giant spotlight. With the Netflix show Drive to Survive, you also have The Seat. You also have F1 The Academy, which is for female Formula 2 drivers. It's incredible, and that is run by Susie Wolf, who is Toto Wolff's wife, and Toto Wolff is the team principal for Mercedes, and they have an incredible lineup this year. They're absolutely dominating, but they kind of do every year. But they've also had some setbacks. They've also had some drama happening, and everything is just absolutely crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But the craziest thing that's just happened is Christian Horner, who's like Mr. Red Bull. He is the team principal. I believe he is also the CEO. He's just been let go of his position. Like, he's been relieved of his duties in F1 for Red Bull team racing. And it's mid-season, guys. It's mid-season. The fact that this happened is absolutely crazy. It's also shocking because Christian Horner has been a fixture for over 20 years, right? He has been in Formula One for so long, and he has led his team to championships, world championships, Grand Prix wins. He has helped craft and create seats for some of the most incredible drivers to ever be on the grid. I mean, he kind of crafted the team to be around Max Verstappen, and Max Verstappen is one of the best drivers to ever be in Formula One. And this is insane that this is happening, but this all came as a total shock. There has been no official reason given as to the change in staffing for Red Bull Racing, but they did say that he was caught off guard and that the new person who has taken his spot is the number 2, Laurent. I cannot say his last name. I apologize. There are some crazy last names. Mekies, Mekies, Mekies. Laurent Mekies, I'm sorry. I want to read and get everything right, so I apologize if I'm not saying it as clearly as I normally would. But he had no idea this was coming, according to reports, according to his own statements. He had no idea this was happening. There have been a few accusations, all alleged accusations, that there was some potentially inappropriate behavior between him and another Red Bull staff member, but nothing has come to light. There has been nothing happening. There has been nothing revealed. There has been no further evidence. And I'm not saying anyone's guilty or not guilty. I am literally just saying this is, at the moment, everything is up in the air. But there are rumors that he could potentially either be moving to Ferrari or Alpine this year. Like, he could be moving to take over team principal roles. Ferrari has been having one of the worst years in its history. Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc are, as my sister likes to say it, literally driving tractors on the grid this year. They are struggling, and Ferrari is pretty much everyone's favorite team. When you think of a race car or you think of a car, you think of a red car and you think of Ferrari. And Ferrari is everyone's favorite team. And Lewis Hamilton moving to Ferrari after being so steadfast dedicated to Mercedes is crazy. And the fact that they are driving cars that are not performing up to the level that their drivers are capable of is crazy. And I know that their team principal's contract is up at the end of 2025, if I am correct about that. The contract is ending, and there are no rumors of contract negotiations happening at the moment. So Christian could be taking over Team Ferrari, but he could also be taking over Alpine. And the craziest thing is that if he takes over Alpine, there are rumors that he could be buying 20% shares, which means he would then own a portion of Alpine Racing and he would be in charge of quite a few of the major business decisions. Does he have the revenue and resources to buy outright? It would cost about $400 million for him to buy 20% stake in Alpine Racing. But if he found some shareholders willing to go in with him, he could still buy that seat. He could still buy that team principal position. His resume is pretty incredible. He could get back in and just keep going. It's so crazy. Everything that's happening in Formula One is crazy. But I think Christian Horner being Lewis Hamilton's team principal would be really an interesting dynamic. Are any of you Formula One fans? I'd love to know. My sister put me on this and I can't stop. It's my hyperfixation. It's become one of my special interests. You know, when you have a neurospicy brain and you are gifted special interests in the form of hyperfixation topics, whether that be scientific or historical, or some people it's trains and dinosaurs, some people it's cars, some people, it could be anything. Mine, it's turning into books and Formula One driving and art history. Those are my 3 special interest topics and I can't shake them and I love it so much. So if you don't care about this, that's totally fine, to each their own. I just had to mention it because there's been a lot of CEO drama in the world lately and I think Christian Horner needs to be talked about. I think this is crazy. I think it's really impactful in the way that it's billions of dollars coming in and out. And it's not chump change. It's power players. This is their special interest, right? You have guys in there like Lawrence Stroll, where instead of gambling, instead of booze and women, this is his vice, is race cars. Like he is pedal to the metal, full throttle into race cars. And some of these men are putting their livelihoods on the line. And so I don't know. Christian Horner also famously married to Jerry from the Spice Girls. So this could be really interesting how that's all going to shake out as well. Oh my God, my guitar over there just played a string on its own. That just happened. Oh my God. I don't know if anyone heard that. Wow. Okay, cool. Great. So fun. Okay, cool. Well, that would just about kind of wrap this up. I do want to maybe take 2 minutes to kind of just take a deep breath and recenter ourselves for the week, recenter ourselves from last week. I know that there is so much going on in the world and I didn't really cover anything political. And I know that, and I know that there's so much more I could be talking about. But I feel like every once in a while, we all kind of just need a minute to talk about anything else. And we all kind of need a break. We need a minute. We need a moment and a minute to gather our thoughts, enjoy something for a moment, and then kind of move on with it. You know what I mean? So I hope everyone just takes a minute and you're just going to take a deep breath and recenter yourself. And it's all going to be great. Everything is going to be so fun. Everything's going to be okay. Do something small this week for yourself, whether it's lighting your favorite candle, watching your favorite movie, reading a book you really like, ordering your favorite food, going out with your friends. I know I'm trying to push myself to be more social and go out with my friends. I am really doing my best to get back out there and hang out with my friends again, because I think everything has just been like really weighing on me with everything happening in the world and everything just like happening in my own head, So try doing one small thing. And this is it for me, is this like one small thing that's good for me is getting on camera and being fun and engaged. Like that's a lot. So try something fun for you. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be small. It could be whatever you want. Maybe buy a new mug that makes it fun. I know so many stores have really cute mugs out right now. So maybe do something that you enjoy, and try not to be haunted by ghosts, because apparently I am. So I hope you enjoy your week. Go watch some Formula One. Go watch some Passionflix, Black Dagger Brotherhood. Read an Ali Hazelwood book. Support your local background actors. And when the emotional tidal waves come, and they will, know that you're okay. It's all going to be okay. And it's not the end. And you're just gonna take a beat and then keep going, because we're here together. So please, if you liked today's video, please subscribe and like and leave a comment. I would really appreciate it. It would mean a lot to me to get some traction on this and get going. That would be amazing. If you are listening, if you could please rate and review, that would also be incredible. Again, getting some traction on this podcast would be so much fun. It would be so great to do bigger and better things with you guys. Also, go and follow my TikToks and my Instagram reels. Links are in the description box down below. It is so funny, and I am getting better at doing TikToks. So I think it could be interesting. I don't know. We'll see. But you guys are the best. I hope you have the best week ever. I love you all so much. Thank you for listening. Anyone who listened this far, you're incredible. You are a member of the Cultured Club forever. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate you. I will see you next week, and I hope, you keep listening. Bye.